beautiful people? My name is Jordan and welcome back to my channel. So this video is long overdue. I came back from New Orleans almost a month ago and I'm just now sitting down to make this video. So anyway, if y'all did not see on my social media, I actually went to New Orleans to go to Wizard World Con to meet one of my favorite actors of all time. No, I am not talking about Jason Momoa, although I did meet Jason Momoa and I accidentally tagged him as Jason Derulo on my Instagram. Because I'm a dumb bitch. Anyway, no, I went to meet Mikkelsen, who I never thought would ever come anywhere near me with the convention. And I was completely flabbergasted when he got announced on Halloween. I was just so freaking happy. Like, I can't even. I texted one of my best friends, Doris, and I was like, dude, we're going on a road trip. She's like, what? And I sent her the announcement and we were like, oh dude, and we immediately bought tickets. Like, it's a good thing that I had just gotten paid from one of my jobs, because I immediately bought some tickets and we went to New Orleans. So anyways, that trip was one of the best weekends of my entire life. And I still can't believe it happened. I still can't believe I met Mikkelsen. I still can't believe he was so nice. Like, he's genuinely like one of the kindest people I've ever met when it comes to like celebritydom, you know? Like, he is just so humble, and he has no right to be humble because he's phenomenal, but he is very, very humble, and he's just so kind. And like, so if you don't know Mikkelsen, he played Hannibal on TV. He's played in a bunch of other movies that I still have a bunch of movies on my list to watch of his, but you can look at his IMDb. He's incredible. He's in Doctor Strange. He plays the villain in Doctor Strange. He's in Star Wars Rogue One. He plays Jin's dad, and he's in so many things. So anyways, I'm gonna get to the vlog. We left from Texas, because me and Doris both live in Texas. She lives in Austin, so she drove from Austin to Houston to get me, and then we drove to New Orleans the next day, and that trip was awesome. I didn't have to drive, which was so cool, because I always have to drive everywhere, and it was like a 6-hour drive. Anyways, I'm going to be dropping in like little vlogs throughout the weekend into this video so that you can kind of go along with me. So this is me, and this is Doris. Hi! Hello! And we are headed to New Orleans to meet Mikkelsen. Woo! Which we never thought would happen. So anyways, yay, this is the start of the vlog, and here we go.
Dutch is going to respond. Oh, it's not gonna be good.
So we're watching Markiplier play Red Dead Redemption 2 on the way to NOLA. I won't be judged! No! I'm fucking like 2 weeks into this thing. I love Markiplier so much. I could literally listen to his voice for the rest of my life. In New Orleans! We made it! We made it! Woo! Love it. Yeah, we went and we started at a beautiful Airbnb, which was hosted by a guy named Devin, and he was so nice, dude. And his house was gorgeous. We could not believe we only spent as much money as we did to stay there for the whole weekend. It was just absolutely a gorgeous thing. And so the first day, Maz wasn't there, so we went and I met Jason. I almost said Jason Derulo again. God dang it. I'm such an ass. No, but I met Jason Momoa. It was pretty awesome. I walked up to him and I was like, you are so handsome. I didn't know what else to say. And he just goes, oh, thank you, baby. And he was so sweet. And like, I got like a big hug and we took our picture, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Honestly, like, I'm a big Jason Momoa fan only because I just saw Aquaman, and I just really wanted a picture with him. Like, he seemed like a really cool dude. I didn't go by his table. I didn't actually talk with him, but like those like few seconds that I got with him were pretty cool. He was pretty sweet. So yeah, that's what I did on Friday, and we just like hung out and all that. And then the next day, like, okay, so we walked into the convention on Friday. Like, we went and saw Maz's table, even though he wasn't going to be there until the next day. We went and we saw Maz's table, and I took pictures in front of the, in front of his, like, table, and I was, like, shaking, dude. I could not believe that he was going to be there, because I am, like, you don't know, I am obsessed with Hannibal now. If you've been on this channel since the beginning about how much I hated Hannibal and about how I never ever wanted to watch Hannibal, the fact that I am now obsessed with Hannibal, it is now one of my very favorite things, is hilarious to me. And like, I hated Hannibal for a different reason. It's It wasn't for any major reasons, and it definitely wasn't for the actors. It was just for a stupid reason that only my really close friends know. So anyway, I'm getting off track. So the next day on Saturday, we woke up and I was freaking out. We went and had beignets on in the French Quarter, which was pretty awesome. We had like coffees and cappuccinos and like some beignets. We shared an order of beignets because we were so nervous. Our like little tummies couldn't even like share like a 3 beignet, which they're like that big, and we hadn't eaten the whole day before. Little order, and we shared those, and we had some cappuccinos, and then like because we were so nervous to meet him, and so like we walked into the convention and I immediately saw him.
He's right there, and I'm freaking the fuck out right now, and oh my god,
and I was shaking like a chihuahua. And so we walked up and I saw like my friend Paris and my friend Melissa. They were both meeting him, and so they had cut off the line. He wasn't allowed to meet any people right then. So I watched them meet him, and I was so shaken, like being in front of him, like so close to him. I hadn't even met him yet. And so we waited, and then he came back, and I finally met Mads Mikkelsen, and it was crazy. And I was freaking out. And I remember before that clip started, when Doris was meeting him, I was standing right there, obviously. And Doris was really quiet, and I was like, okay, I need to break the silence, because I don't like silence. I have to have like filler, because I'm a bubbly, flamboyant bitch. And so I was like, me and Doris have joked about meeting you for years, and we never thought it would happen. And Maz just looks me right in the eye and goes, well, it's happening. And that was the first words Mads Mikkelsen ever said to me, and that kind of like shook me to my core. Like, it was just like kind of like funny. And he was just
So what I talked to him about, I walked up to him and I showed him like because you have the sticker with your name on it, and it said Jordan with a Y, and he was like, Jordan, he was like, is that typical, the spelling? And I was like, no, it's typically with an A. I was like, I call myself Jordan like the river. And he was like, oh, he's like, well, that's different. And like we were just talking, and then I was like, yeah, I was like, so it took me forever to get into the show, and yeah, and then I finally got into the show, and and then I became obsessed, and then I showed him my Verger shirt, which says Verger Meatpacking, and he was like reading it, and he was looking at the date, and it says 1830. He goes, of course. He goes 1830, of course, and I was like, that's not even in the show, but it's really funny. But he was really nice, and so we were talking, and I was like, yeah, I was like, I'm weirdo. I was like, I'm a big fan of Michael Pitt as Mason. And he was like, oh, he's fantastic and everything. And then I was just talking to him. And yeah, my friend has the full thing on video, but I don't remember what all I said. But yeah, he is so sweet. And then after our pictures together, because I took my own pictures, like you're not supposed to, but I did, because I don't like how I look in pictures with that other people take. So I took my own pictures. And and then he looked kind of surprised by that, and then we took a picture, and then I was like, can I get a hug? And he goes, yeah. He's like, just make sure no one else sees. And then we hugged, and I was like, ah!
Okay, before I went and met Maz, I needed a drink because I was shaking so bad. And so we went and we got these, like, I forget what they are. I think they were vodka. I don't remember, but I got wasted. Not wasted, but I got pretty tipsy. And I was like, okay, I feel better now. I can handle this. And so we went up to him, and I was a little bit tipsy when I met him, but like not too much, not like crazy. And then so almost right after I met him for the first time, we had the first photo op, and I was kind of more calm because I was like, okay, I've already met him. It's not a big deal. I can go up to him with no problem now. And so, which I knew what I wanted for the picture, and I wanted him to put his hand around my neck. And so I made sure, like, I practiced my face for months for this. And I was like, okay, do not look stupid when he puts his hand around your neck. Look at the camera. Do your modeling, Jordan. You can do this. Look at the camera. Do your modeling. And don't make a stupid face when he puts his hand around your neck. Because I was, like, so afraid that I would completely forget everything that I had, like, remembered to, yeah, so I was panicking. And so I walked up to him. Doris got her picture first, and then I walked up to him, and he went to just like hold me at the side, and I was like, no. this is what we're doing for the picture. And I told him, I was like, I want you to put your hand around my neck and we're both going to look into the camera. And he just laughed and he was like, okay. And so he put his hand around my neck. We looked at the camera and here's the picture. And so that picture like kind of went like mini viral in the fandom for a little bit. And that was pretty awesome. And then so after the picture, I turned to him and I was like, thank you. And he goes, you got it. And he winked. And I was like, oh my God. And that was pretty awesome. And so we went to his panel, like almost immediately after, with a bunch of our fanable friends that we had met and that we had planned on meeting at the convention. And so we all sat in the front row of his panel and we watched the panel, which was awesome. I keep saying the word awesome, but it was awesome. Okay. Right after that, we were like, okay, Maz is at his last autograph session. We're going to go down. We're going to see if we can get a group picture with him. So we went down and we caught him, and like right before he was about to leave his table, and we were like, can we get a group picture with you? And like all of us. And his handler was like, and Maz was like, I'm doing it, yeet. And so Maz came around the table and it was so funny. Like he was defying his handler the whole weekend. And so Maz came around and he took a group picture with us. And apparently, I didn't hear this, but apparently a bunch of people did. And he called us his flower girls because we all wear the flower crowns. And that's just the cutest thing in the world. And so, yeah, very, very sweet, very, very sweet guy who really loves the Fanables and really loves his fans. And so, yeah, and then we all went out to dinner after that, all of us Fanables. We all went out to dinner at this, like, kind of bar place, and we all stayed outside, and we, like, basically served ourselves, but it was really cool, and we had everyone's camaraderie, and we just had, like, funny talks, and, like, yeah, funny talks, and it was just a lot of fun, and just hanging out with your peers, and it was just very validating, and it was very, very, very nice. And so the next day was the last day of the convention. So it was day 2 at the con, well, day 3, but day 2 with Maz. And he looks like a whole snack today. We saw him this morning, and he looks really good. So anyways, I have a photo op with him later, and then we're heading home. And it's a bummer.
I'm sad that we have to leave, but
I'm sad that we have to leave.
Real world calls, unfortunately.
Real world, and we need to make more money because we spent it all. And I was very sad for it to be over, you know, because you always get like post-con depression. You always get like, oh man, I have to go back to regular life tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. And so, but the last day of the convention was most definitely the best day of the convention. And we went in, and we immediately went over to Maz's table just to stand around. And there was nobody really at Maz's table, like, to get autographs and talk to him and everything. And so one of his handlers kind of ushered us forward and was like, come on, come talk to him, like, whatever. And so we went over to him, and we just, like, stood around his table for, like, so many minutes and just, like, hung out with him and, like, talked, and it was really cool. And he, like, actually just, like, standing there and, like, talking to him, like, at length. And he's just so funny, and he's so nice. We just basically, all of, like, us and our friends, we just walked around the convention and, like, window shopped and did some actual shopping and just hung out. And then we had the last photo op, and I was like, okay, what do I want to do for the photo op? I have no idea. And I was like, then I remembered that there's a bunch of people that have gotten photo ops of them looking in each other's eyes, and I was like, oh, that'd be really cute. And so I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. And so we got in line, and before I got in line, I don't know why, I'm not a big drinker, I'm really not, but, like, I think it was Melissa, she had was gifted or something, like, this, like, variety pack of whiskeys and rums and, like, Baileys and Crown and all this, and she was like, take what you want, like, I don't want this. And so we took everything. Like, I think it was me and Paris, we were just grabbing shit, and I downed half a little bottle of Jack Daniels right before the second photo op, and I was like, oh my god, I drank that way too fast, I'm gonna vom, I'm freaking out. And so, but I was fine. And so, but it gave me liquid strength, that's what they call it, right? And so I walked up to him, and and once again, he tried to just do a regular photo op pose, and I was like, no, this is what we're doing. And so I was like, I want you to put your hands on my face like this, and I want us to be looking in each other's eyes. And originally he had both of his hands on my face like this, and I was like, and then I tried to hold his bicep, but it was awkward, like an awkward thing, and I was like, I can't do this, feels weird. And I didn't say that out loud, but I was like, and I kind of knocked his hand down, and I kind of, like, made him hold my arm. Like, I maneuvered him like he was a freaking Ken doll, and he was cracking up, and he goes, "You're a little director, aren't you?" And I was like, and so, yeah, we did that, and then he just had his hand back here, and if you look in the picture, he has his hands in my hair, which I don't remember him doing that, but, and then I held his bicep, and we were looking at each other's eyes, and, like, he has brown eyes on camera, but, like, when you're looking in his eyes are, like, greenish gray, and, like, with a tinge of brown, and, like, they're probably, like, color changing eyes, but seriously, his eyes were so much different than, like, I've seen on TV, you know, and that I've seen in photographs and all that, and so, like, looking in each other's eyes, and then, like, after that, I was, like, they took the picture, and then I squeaked the word hug, and he yanked me into him and hugged me so tight, and it was so cool. And, yeah, he's just so sweet. I just love him.
Photo op was incredible, and he put his hand pretty much around my face and my neck, and it was lit, and I looked into his eyes, and they were beautiful, and I asked for a big hug after, and he yanked me into a big hug, and it was nice. So anyways, yeah, we're about to leave the con, but I think I want to go say bye to him first. So today has been amazing. This whole weekend has been amazing. I don't want to go home.
And then so we went out and freaking, oh my god, Nikki. How have I not brought Nikki up this entire freaking video? I love Nikki to pieces. She was making jokes the entire weekend. She was saying the funniest shit like you've never heard. And she was like making videos. She's like, is Snack a cosplay? And people like Cass held his tummy and nicknamed his stomach Tumothy. So now Nikki wanted to touch Tumothy, which was the nickname we had for Maz's stomach, was Tumothy. We're weird, okay? And so Nikki, after she got out of the photo op that she held Tumothy in, she screamed, "I held Tumothy!" And, like, oh my god, like, the whole convention heard her, pretty much. And it was just so funny and so adorable, and I just love her. And so after that, we all went up to his table again. Oh, I forgot to mention, when we were at his table before the second photo op, I showed him my photo op from the day before, which was the one with his hand around my neck, and he was like so surprised looking at it. He was like, wow. He was like 2 seconds later, that would have not been so good. And he was like, you did a great job at not looking scared. And I was like, thank you. And so we went up to his table again after the convention, after the photo op. The second photo op, and because we kind of like wanted to say goodbye and say thank you for the weekend and everything, and so we went up to him and we stood and talked to him again forever, and we asked to take pictures of his shoes, like they did. They did. I'm gonna put them in a different category. They asked for pictures of his shoes, and he was like, okay, and so he like kind of kicked at the little barrier, and he told Doris to lift the barrier, and he was like, lift it! Is it lifted? Is my foot out? And so, like, I took the video, and, like, that went viral, too, because, like, we took videos of his freaking feet, and it's just hilarious. And we nicknamed him Dad's Mikkelsen because of that, because he has chicken ankles. So, Tumothy is Snack a cosplay, and Dad's Mikkelsen. Yeah, so we're weird, and, so, like, we went and said bye, and I got, okay, the video my favorite video from the weekend is me talking to Maz in Danish, because I had liquid luck, once again, liquid courage, and so the handler was trying to usher us away, because there was people trying to get photographs and autographs and, like, actual, like, people, for him, and we were just standing there for free, basically talking to him, but he loves us, so... like, he loves us as a fandom, and he just, yeah. So I was like, okay, let me say goodbye. And so I was like, I want to shake your hand last time. Well, I have the video.
Whoa!
Oh! Well, that's nice. I just wanted to shake your hand one last time.
Absolutely.
I started learning Danish because of you. I'm not very good,
No,
but I started.
Good.
I was practicing the whole way up here in the car.
Let's hear it.
Oh, God. Oh, God. The only thing I know how to say is I'm a woman and I eat bread.
Let me hear that.
Okay, is it yeg? Is that I?
Yeg.
Yeg.
Ja.
Kvin. Kvin. Yeg. Spise. Brod.
That's pretty good.
Is it not for only working
It's
for like a
not
week?
bad at all.
Hey,
That's
okay.
not bad.
Well, no. But that's the
No, we have a friend.
Try to say this.
I actually know what app you went on to learn that.
Duolingo.
Exactly.
That's the first day you learn.
See how long this takes you just to say bread, which is well,
Say it again.
here you go.
Wait, no, say it.
Well,
Oh, I know. You know, wait, what are the little sandwiches called?
smooth brew, smooth one.
Yeah, forget it.
There you go.
Forget it.
It's not easy.
I didn't know it.
We've got some vowels that are fucked up, and then we have soft D's that are what?
Next time I meet you, I'll be better. I promise.
You're already good. Get in the meeting.
Thank you so
Take
much.
care.
Weird.
And drive safely. And
Thank you.
fly
I
safely.
And we'll be
I will
back.
drive very safe, I promise.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, guys. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, and so I did not expect him to, like, I just wanted to tell him that I started learning Danish because of him. I didn't expect him to be like, let's hear it, you know, and, like, make me speak it. And, like, he's a damn liar saying that I'm okay at it because I'm horrible at it. And I've been working on it, okay? I've been doing my Duolingo. And he's just so sweet. And, like, he had no reason to lie, but he lied for me. And he said that I was decent. He's like, you're already good. And I'm like, I know you freaking lie.
All right, we're leaving the convention. I'm sad. We just said bye to our friends, and now we're about to go head home.
Locking you outdoors.
I saw the damn door. Anyways, we're sad.
Yes.
Make
very
sad face. Okay, like, not to brag, but we have had the best start to 2019.
We really have.
And we're gonna
We really
have an amazing year.
It's gonna be great.
Ah! We
All
met
the
Bay.
All the things.
All the good things in the world. I'm gonna get hit by a car. I gotta go. We're in the car. We're about to head home.
Yay!
Yay! But no yay because I'm sad. My eyes are watering. I'm not crying. Although I'm crying on the inside. Toodles, you guys. To walk alone, the lonely street of dreams. Here I go again on my own. Down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter, I was born to walk alone. We are finally home.
Finally, dude. Finally.
After what time did we leave? At 2?
2.
7.5 hours later, we went and had dinner first, of
That's
course.
true. Yeah.
But we
had to
are
have dinner.
pooped. And we might go watch a movie. We might not. We might just pass out. But we will find out. And when we get in there, so we gotta take our stuff and I get to see my Benny. And we are back. And we met
It was so great. Like, oh, it was so good. It was so good.
Anyways, we're gonna go inside.
Anyway, that weekend was incredible. One of the best weekends ever. I still can't believe that I met Mads Mikkelsen and that he was so nice. And I'm just freaking out. And yeah, dude, I just love him. He's like one of my favorite actors ever. And he has been for years. And he's just an angel. So if you ever thought, what's it like to meet Mads Mikkelsen? That's what it's like. He's just such a sweet, kind-hearted person who really takes his time to converse with you and make you feel like you're not just a fan and that you're a fellow human being, which is rare in celebrities, to be honest. And he's just, yeah, he's a really cool dude. So anyways, yeah, I had the weekend of my life and it was amazing. So thanks for watching, you guys. Y'all are awesome. I'm going to be posting more videos. Most of my last few videos have been The Sims. So if you ignore that, I'm going to be making more vlogs, more stuff. My Mac is still crapped out, so I can't make like videos on my good camera right now. But I will figure out a workaround about it. So yeah, I got an iPad and I have been making digital art on it, which is a huge, like a really like cool little new project activity to work on, and it really like breathed new life into me, and I really love digital art now. I'm not very good, but I'm learning, just like with Danish. Yeah, so thanks for watching, you guys, watching my journey, everything that's been going on, everything that's transpired, and yeah, so thanks for watching, you guys. You guys are awesome. I don't know why the hell I decided to do blue eyeshadow for this video, but work. So thanks for watching, you guys. Love you. Toodles.